City and then Houston again.
Well, you look at those numbers, you would take them all as far as his first start goes tonight. But again, he's comfortable in this ballpark at his debut here last year. At times, a little bit shaky with his command, no doubt about his stuff. And as the game went on, he started to see his velocity start to go up for him. It started the game at around 92 miles an hour. We were wondering what was going on. By the time he finished, he was 96, 97. So I think you'll probably see some of the same today. Just trying to get a feel for it, get his feet on the ground. He pitched well in his first outing, and I think there's a lot of success coming this young man's way. If he can command the strike zone, that will be a big key for him. He was able to do that. And then at Safeco Field, against these Astros, again, he's only had 3 starts, 2 of them against the Astros, so going to get his 3rd start tonight. I thought he was exceptional. You look at the exploding fastball. He had a great curveball in this game. You can see it right there. And also the big changeup for him, which I think we'll see quite a bit tonight with the left-handed hitters in the lineup. But this is a guy that has plus stuff, throwing downhill at 6'5", long arms. And yes, he can get the velocity up there at times. So I think we'll see a lot of that tonight.
Michael, that is some easy gas. I mean, goodness
gracious. He's fun to watch. When he gets it locked in, he is fun to watch.
Very impressive, very impressive. The Astros and the Mariners coming your way in a matter of minutes here. We're looking at kids at Discovery Green enjoying themselves. They have the heat index up around 95 earlier this afternoon. As Brad told you, the roof is keeping us cool this evening. Back with more on the pregame show. On the pregame show coming up next. Sports being brought to you by Ford. We are local. By AM/PM, too much good stuff. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. Take that light rail from the Astrodome to the University of Houston. You pass some really good breakfast locales along the way as well. We continue along our pregame show, and we might see some more great pitching coming up tonight, because over the weekend, Mike, we saw two stellar performances, one by Cleveland and one by the Mariners.
Josh Tomlin of Cleveland, one hitting the Mariners, just one base hit, and Kyle Seager was the one to get the hit, and that was all that he was able to get that night. And so the Mariners struggle offensively against Tomlin. The good news for them is McHugh is similar type pitcher. You're going to see a good four-seam fastball and that overhand curveball, and the curveball was a good one for Tomlin. So the Mariners hopefully can make their adjustments a little bit quicker tonight off of McHugh. And then on Sunday, well, this was special watching Felix on the mound. He really had the crowd going. It was a big section out there of K cards for Felix. The only base hit, a seeing eye single back up the middle, just out of the reach of Cano, and that would be it for the Indians. You can see that Felix dialing in the outside corner. Great changeup, as he usually does, but he also had a good curveball in that game, and a dominant performance overall by Felix Hernandez. He was spot on with his command the entire game.
Consecutive one-hitters, a rare breed. Let's take a look back in history, shall we? Consecutive one-hitters in the same ballpark, the Nationals against the Reds in 2013. Consecutive one-hitters in the American League, Rangers Tigers in 96, and then consecutive one-hitters by each team. Last time it was done, Tigers Royals in 1990, and it's only happened 7 times in the live ball era. And tonight, Taijuan Walker goes against Colin McHugh. This should be interesting tonight.
It should be. If the Mariners are going to get that one hitter again, it's going to be Walker and bullpen. I don't think he's going to get deep enough into this game.
All right, we'll see. Lloyd McClendon seeing Taijuan Walker pitch against a big league team for the first time. He'd only seen him against a minor league team during spring training. Mariners and the Astros, game 1. First pitch, straight ahead. Welcome, everybody, to Seattle Mariners baseball from Minute Maid Park here in Houston, Texas. Glad you've joined us here. First of 3 against the Astros, and here is your first pitch of the ball game to Endy Chavez. And it's off the plate for ball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here. Good pitching matchup. Colin McHugh against Taijuan Walker. And here's Endy, DH, and leading off.
And don't be surprised if Endy starts the game off with a hit. He has a base hit in 8 of the last 11 games that he has led off. So getting the team off to a good start has been a big part of the plan for Endy Chavez.
Inside 3-0. Umpires for tonight's tilt. Clint Fagan at home plate. Tim Timmons at first. Tim Welke, crew chief at second, and Todd Tichenor at third. And a 4-pitch walk to Endy Chavez to start things off.
Nice starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. Following Chavez, it will be James Jones and his Cano. Kyle Seager, congratulations, American League Player of the Week, a .583 average for Kyle with a couple of home runs. And it's Morrison, Zunino, Saunders in the lineup hitting 7th, Ackley and Miller rounding out the 9.
There's James Jones. Got into yesterday's game as a late game defensive replacement. Looks at the strike. What about these pesky Astros, Mike? The Mariners are 5-5 against them. How about last year? They started 5-5, then won 5 in a row, then lost 4 in a row to finish 10-9 on the season series.
Well, if you look at the Astros, offensively is where they've had their struggles. They are last in hitting, second to last, 14th overall in runs scored. And so they've had their struggles. They strike out more than any other club. On base percentage, they're also 14th. But they will hit home runs. 4th in home runs, and they are 1st now in stolen bases. Big reason why is their second baseman Altuve.
Jones back. They're 3-3 in this homestand. 1-2 against Atlanta, 2-1 against Detroit. And boy, did they bottle up Victor Martinez and Miguel Cabrera. Held them to 1 for 25.
Well, their starting pitching is pretty good. And that includes McHugh, the young man that's going tonight. A 2.86 ERA for him coming into the game, and he has pitched well against the Mariners.
Triple foul.
Their bullpen has been an issue for them. Their bullpen ERA at a 4.70, so a high ERA for the pen. You'd like to get McHugh's pitch count up and get him out of the game if you can, and go to work at the bullpen because, again, he has pitched well this year, and he had success against the Mariners.
Game back on April 22nd was a doozy, wasn't it?
Dominant. 12 strikeouts in that game for McHugh. Good fastball. He'll be 92-93 with a 12-6 curveball.
Fly ball left field. Going back as LJ Hose makes the catch. Take a look at our Seattle City Light power play as Robinson Cano makes his way to the plate. First pitch to Cano yesterday. Look out.
Well, that woke him up a little bit. Yeah, you hate to see a fastball up around anybody's head, and that was a little bit too close for comfort. But in a 2-0 count, he hits his 5th home run. More importantly, gives Felix a little bit of run support. Felix was dealing in the game. Was locked down 0-0 up until that 2-run homer by Cano.
Cano's 3rd at bat, and that home run broke an 0 for 14, so he's ready to start in the other direction now. It's at the batting cage and Lloyd McClendon. We were watching Cano, and Lloyd, experienced and accomplished hitting instructor, he said, "Come on, one of the best," and just shook his head and just smiled. I said, "Nice to have him in." He says, "Hey, you have no idea."
Well, that's one of the things he's been able to count on. Cano, 3rd in the lineup.
High from McHugh, a 27-year-old right-hander out of Naperville, Illinois, lives in Atlanta now. McHugh, 1 run of support in 18 innings, striking out 21 over his last 3 starts.
I mentioned his ERA at a 2.86, but a 4-6 record Big reason why is the lack of run support for him. And hopefully Taijuan Walker will continue that.
Yeah. Outside, it can 0-2-1. Q claimed off of waivers last December. Colorado got him loose. He'd been with the Mets 8 games in 2012 and 3 games last year. And he's behind here 3-1. Remember the first time we saw him, April 22nd, back in Seattle. He's making a season debut, his 10th season debut and American League debut. Didn't have big numbers at all.
Well, he's not real sharp so far. 12 pitches, only 5 strikes, and timeout called by Andy Chavez over at first base. Looks like he has an issue with his spikes. Maybe needed to tie his shoe, but he's ready to go.
Cano drives one deep towards the hill. And measuring it, making the catch is Presley. Tagging is Chavez, coming in the second with a dive. He's in there safely. Presley continuing where he left off against Detroit, catching everything out there. That ball was hit a long way.
It was, and what a great decision by Chavez to tag up and get himself in the scoring position. But you can see Presley out in center field. Springer, good-looking rookie in right. John Singleton at first base. They recently called him up. And, of course, Jason Castro, the all-star catcher for the Astros. But what a play by Andy Chavez. He went about halfway, and when he saw that Presley was going to make the catch, it's deep out in that area. He ran all the way back to tag up and get himself into scoring position for the Mariners' hottest hitter in Kyle Seager.
American League Player of the Week. Mr. Productivity.
You can see he's done well against the Astros this year. 306 average with a couple of home runs for Kyle.
Two outs and Chavez at second. Breaking ball. Swing on and missed.
And that is his go-to pitch, is that hard curveball. You see 71 miles an hour.
Chavez at second. Seager in his last 15 games hitting .421. That's it, foul. Interesting what you were talking about in the open, the similarities between McHugh and Josh Tomlin.
The thing with Tomlin is in 2012 when he had his arm surgery and he came back from that, he didn't have the good curveball. He couldn't really throw it as hard in the type of bite that we saw at Safeco Field. And with McHugh, he has that kind of curveball, and he will also bounce it to try to get a swing and a miss. So you have to be aware of that as a hitter. Maybe a little better fastball for McHugh.
0-2 to Kyle. And that'll do it for the Mariners. Runner stranded in the first inning. Taijuan Walker, 2014 big league debut, coming up after this. That day is here. Taijuan Walker on the mound for the Mariners, starting a game here in 2014. As he goes against the Houston Astros. Let's take a look at their batting order.
Leading off, the league's leading hitter, Jose Altuve, 347 batting average for Altuve. You can see in June, 424, 9 RBIs, 8 doubles for Altuve. He will also steal you some bases. You want to keep him off the bases if you can. Presley, Springer, Singleton, Dominguez, Castro, Guzman, Gonzalez, and Hose rounding out the 9 for the Astros. For Walker last year, he had 3 starts, 3.60 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, 15 innings pitched for Walker.
He's got to feel a little bit of comfort because this is where he made his big league debut last season.
Yeah, I think so. This is about as soft a landing as you're going to get when you think of that. He's already been here, and this is a Houston Astros club, Altuve aside, that has struggled hitting. Offensively, they are last in hitting, 14th in runs scored, last in doubles, last in on base percentage. So they are. That's a lineup that hopefully he can get his feet on the ground. One of the things we know about Altuve is he will go to hacking. If you take a look at his numbers this year, average hits, singles, stolen bases, 36 stolen bases, and he's on a run right now. He's been stealing 2 or 3 at a time, and so he's been fun to watch for the fans here in Houston, but some tremendous numbers for him.
0-2. Cano had him, played perfectly. Takes his time and throws out the Astros second baseman.
On a good fastball from Walker, 95 miles an hour. Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. Ackley in left, Jones in center field, Michael Saunders out in right. And on the infield, Seager at third, Miller and Cano playing at the middle, Logan Morrison, your first baseman tonight, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. And as we watch Jones run the ball down in the outfield, don't forget about that Hill in center field. And you can see the numbers for Walker in Tacoma. 3-1 record with a 2.70 ERA, 46 strikeouts over the 40 innings that he pitched. Just 12 walks, opponents hitting 185 against Walker. Good fastball. He'll be 93 to 97 miles an hour. Hard curveball and a changeup.
Coming off a great performance against Oklahoma City. Complete game, 4-hit shutout, 8 strikeouts.
Which is the AAA club for these Astros, isn't it? Oklahoma City. Yeah.
There's the center fielder, Alex Presley. Alex, 28 years old, been with Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Twins waived him in late March. Astros picked him up.
That's a good changeup from Walker. He's throwing a couple of them to Presley now.
Talking to some people about Walker today, so that curveball is even better than it was last year. His fastball speaks for itself. The cutter's improved. Main thing, he's healthy.
Well, he's healthy, and you hope that he would continue to progress and polish himself up a little bit. You can see the raw talent with that great fastball, and that's good news to hear about his curveball. And so far, his changeup has been better too. At 96 miles an hour. I feel like I hit one of our sounded like I hit one of our microphones down in the dugout.
And it still works. That is foul. He had no chance getting around on that.
He's throwing hard, and we talk about it with Chris Young a lot, throwing downhill, 6'10" frame. Walker probably has a similar type style. He's not 6'10", he's about 6'5", but long arms coming straight down at you. And you can see he's throwing the fastball by in that one at 95.
1-2 to Presley.
Curveball.
Foul.
Yeah. Good news is you were hoping that Walker, you can understand he would be amped up. 9 pitches, 8 strikes. That's what you want to see. Come out, throw strikes against this club, make him earn it. So far, he's been able to do that.
Good pitch number 7 coming up here to Alex Presley, the center fielder, hitting at .240 with 4 homers and 11 runs batted in. Two and two. Rick Waits, Willie Bloomquist, Rick, pitching coach. Chance to look at Taiwan. Meaningful game here. Slap to the gap. Cut off by Jones. Base hit for Presley.
Well, good at bat for Presley. 8-pitch at bat. He finally gets a fastball up that he can handle and just slaps it into the outfield.
Gonna bring up George Springer, the right fielder. And 2 intentional walks yesterday against Detroit. Been swinging it pretty good lately. 3 homers his last 9 games. And he's a guy that can put some distance on a fastball. Good matchup here.
Well, we saw him earlier in the year. He had a tough time even putting the ball in play, and since then he's raised his average about 50 points. And he's sitting on 15 home runs right now.
That's a lot of home runs.
He's done a lot of damage, yes.
441-foot home run straight away center on Tuesday. 2-0. This is the Mariners' second trip of 3 to Houston. Two-0. Astros.
16th home run of the year for Springer. Jumps on a 2-0 pitch. One of the things the Astros do well is hit home runs. They came into the game 4th in the American League in home runs. And on a 2-0 count, he jumps on a fastball middle in. And I'm not sure where it came down, up there on the glass someplace. Have the railroad tracks up there with a train.
Nothing cheap about that.
No.
Indeed, George Springer's come a long way since that first time the Mariners saw him. He had recently been called up at that point early in the season. There's another heralded youngster, John Singleton. A couple quick words.
Well, make a trip out there. He just gave up the home run. Calm him down a little bit. Get him back in the strike zone.
Early lead here for the Astros. 2-0 to Singleton. Another power on power matchup here. Three and one. On deck, Matt Dominguez, the third baseman. Down low. Ball 4. And the third man has reached, third consecutive man to reach base here in the first inning.
Rick Waite's the pitching coach. And out, have a conversation with the young man. Wouldn't be surprised if one of the first couple of pitches he throws here is either his curveball or his changeup. Try to get him mechanically back. You're not going to overthrow those pitches and get him back to where he can manage his fastball a little bit better because he's getting wild with his fastball. And I thought first couple of hitters he did a good job with his changeup and his curveball, which helped his fastball. So maybe Rick Waite went back out to the mound, try to get him back in line again with his mechanics.
Getting back to pitching. He's competing
exactly.
hard. Wanting to throw that fastball through a wall, but it's not helping him.
No, he's throwing hard.
Yeah. See the competitor and these guys come out. Sometimes they just want to just take it up another notch and become self-defeating. 1-0. There's a strike. Dominguez, good day yesterday against Detroit. 3 for 4 with a double. Astros won 2 out of 3 against Houston. Against Detroit. Seager. Cano, they turn it, and they do. Well done. Around the horn go the Mariners to get out of the first inning. 2-run homer by George Springer. 2-0 lead, Houston. Nice turn of an around the horn double play here to get Taijuan Walker out of trouble.
It was a good idea by Kyle. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get it to second in time, and you can see they just get him out at second, and a good turn by Cano. Kyle, along with being American League Player of the Week, offensively his numbers speak for themselves, but he's had a good couple of months on the defensive side of things too. He's made a lot of really good plays, including in yesterday's game. Made a couple of good plays for Felix, one for Rodney. Logan Morrison will lead things off for the Mariners here in the top of the second.
Just a couple of Seager numbers for you. Among third basemen, tied for second in home runs, third in total chances, second in assists, third in innings played, and third in games started. I mean, the guy's he's there every day for the Mariners. Morrison, Zunino, and Saunders here, 5, 6, and 7. Second inning against Colin McHugh.
Not sure, but I think if you would, people back home, if you would like to vote for the All-Star team, get your votes in. I believe you can cast 30 of them.
That's right.
Kyle Seager, be a good candidate.
Vote early, vote often. It's legal. Morrison 9 for 21 on the homestand. And they just got word that Springer's home run was measured at 445 feet. Two and one.
Well, you have a guy out there throwing 95 miles an hour and a strong young man, and catches up to it, which he did, barreled it up. It's going to go a long way.
Sounds like you aced physics.
No, I just took a lot of hefty hacks, hoping I would catch one every now and then.
Don't blame me. It worked out pretty well for you. 3 and 1.
Well, so far McHugh hasn't been particularly sharp. You'd like to see the Mariners take advantage of that again. He has been on a good roll and pitching well.
He's walked the leadoff man first 2 innings.
Start of the game, 72 in the third innings pitch. Only 49 hits given up by McHugh. 81 strikeouts over 72 in the third. That's a really good number. Again, good fastball, 92 to 93 miles an hour, and a hard curveball. 12-6 curveball that he will throw. He can throw it for a strike, and then he'll also try to bounce it to get the hitters to swing and miss when he gets ahead of them.
Well, here's the American League leader in home runs for catchers, Mike Zunino. Ball one. Mike coming off a 5 for 22 homestand. Pitching coach
Brent Strom.
Yep, coming out.
Well, 22 pitches for McHugh, just 10 strikes, 12 balls. And it looks a lot like Walker did in the first inning, having a tough time with his fastball. I'll tell you one of the things, just thinking about that in Taiwan going in down, giving up the 2-run homer. One of the things that's been amazing this year with the Mariners pitching staff, all the starters, is if they have a tough first inning or a tough second inning, typically when they come out, they're much better. So I don't know what Rick Wake's pitching coach is talking to them about, but he typically gets them back in line. And you can see them pitching deep into games. I'm not sure what the overall plan is going to be with Walker. Last year they pretty much held him to 5 innings when he went out there, and the Mariners have the best bullpen. Good breaking ball from McHugh. And they have an extra member out in that pen. Today they ended up sending Romero out to activate Walker, and so they have Mauer still in the pen. Exactly. They have an extra arm out there if they need it.
That was one of the things Lloyd McClendon talked about. He doesn't know if he's going to give me 5 or 6 innings. So we can take care of the rest. Zunino gets into one deep. And that is gone. A home run for Mike Zunino, a 2-run homer. Tied up just like that. 12th homer for Mike. That didn't take long.
Well, it ties in with the team leader, Kyle Seager, with 12 home runs. Mike leads all catchers in the American League in home runs with his 12 homers. Salvador Perez from Kansas City is second behind him. Perez with 9. Now Zunino. He gets a curveball. He skies it out to left. Wasn't sure he had enough on it. He hit it so high, it looked like it was going to scrape the roof here. He was able to hit it about 3 or 4 rows deep and ties the game up. He's going to be fun to watch here in the second half, isn't he?
Without a doubt.
With the adjustments that he's making.
Michael Saunders. And with Mike leading American League catchers in home runs, while you're at it with your American League All-Star balloting, you want to sock it in on Mike Z.
Well, we showed a lot of his defensive numbers too over the weekend. Curtis Wilson is digging up a bunch of those numbers, and he's out in front of a lot of catchers in that category too, which is the most important to Mike, handling his pitching staff and all many things that he does well behind the plate, along with leading American League catchers in home runs.
Drops change up in there at 71. 2-1. Mike Zunino's tied it up with a 2-run blast. And Saunders way ahead here, 3-1. Could have Saunders back just off the DL, 3 for 11 on the homestand. He got back 3 days ago. Dustin Ackley's on deck. And Saunders will take the bag. 3 consecutive men have reached here for the Mariners. Walk, 2-run homer, and a walk. And that's a 3rd walk so far for McHugh. Capital One Share Builder with the Seattle Mariners is proud to support and benefit Seattle Children's Hospital with its Saves for Kids program. For each Mariners saved, Capital One Share Builder will donate $1,000 to Seattle Children's Uncompensated Care Program. Capital One Share Builder Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Ackley due for a bust out. He's 0 for 17. 0 for his last 17 with Saunders now at first.
Watching McHugh, he'll walk a couple of batters a game, but already 3 here working in the second inning. He walked 5 against Minnesota earlier this year, and then 4 against the White Sox, and those are the 2 high games for him. So he's well on his way to surpass that with 3 walks working here in the second.
1-1 Ackley with Saunders at first.
Having a tough time of it lately. See 0 for his last 17.
Saunders back safely. Runner goes, swung on and missed, throw down to second, in time.
Oh. Milwaukee, the second base umpire. I thought maybe Saunders, he slid short of the base and then tried to step around him. I wasn't sure that he tagged him, but Tim Wilkie said that the tag was good. You see him stop short of the base and then step on it with his toe. Wonder if that was a hit and run.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Ackley, 1 out, nobody on.
Typically, Michael will get a better jump than that when he's trying to steal a base. So I'm wondering if it was a hit and run. Take another look at the slide by Michael. He knows he's going to be out, so he slides and stops short of the tag. And it looks like he does get a piece of his leg.
And Ackley swinging a miss. He's gone. 2 away. Second strikeout for McHugh. 2 down.
And it's on the curveball. We've been talking about his curveball. That 12-6 break is a tough one to square up. Right at the bottom of the strike zone. Good pitch from McHugh. Brad Miller will get his first at bat. Brad has been swinging the bat well lately. Had a good month of June.
Slaps one foul.
You see, month of June for him. 300 average, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. And he's hoping that will roll right over into July starting tomorrow.
Way outside from McHugh, 1-1. So it's 21 pitches. Pitching to the bottom half of the order. 2 outs.
Well, that's what you wanted. You wanted to get his pitch count up.
Center field, make that Altuve going back. Makes the play. 2-run homer by Mike Zunino ties it up at 2-2. and Mike Zunino for the Mariners as we take a look at our CenturyLink link to what's next. Next two matchups here. Sashi Wakuma goes against Jared Cosart. And then Wednesday, Chris Young against Brad Peacock. And from there, Mariners will have an off day in Chicago and play the White Sox for 3 over the weekend. Jason Castro, their all-star catcher. Walk-off homer on Friday against Detroit in the 11th inning. Breaking ball for strike. Castro, Jesus Guzman, and Marwin Gonzalez.
Walker with 22 pitches in the first inning, so hopefully he will settle down.
Walker takes a feed from Morrison. One away. It is now time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag MarinersFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later in the game, brought to you by AT&T. On down here in the Astros second brings up DH Jesus Guzman.
Guzman working on a 6-game hitting streak.
First pitch from Walker. Off the plate for ball 1. Two and 0. Back with a strike, 2 balls, 1 strike. Guzman. 2-run homer by George Springer after a base hit by Alex Presley. And the Astros runs in the first.
That's a better curveball. He threw a curveball, ended up getting a double play in the first inning to get himself out of the inning. It looked as if kind of slowed down a little bit. That one right there, it looked like he went ahead and finished it. Good arm speed on it. You can see the break that it had. 12-6 curveball, 74 miles an hour. Another one.
It's a beauty. Strikes out Guzman. That might be one of the tweaks that Rick Waits passed along.
I'm sure.
After the first inning, 2 outs.
Well, we saw Willie Bloomquist going over and he was talking to Rick Waits, and I'm not sure what that conversation was about, but if I had to guess, sometimes they'll ask, especially a veteran guy like Willie's been around for a long time, if he's picking up anything, he's telegraphing anything or tipping his pitches. Good break on that curveball. And so maybe that was one of the things that they talked to him about in between innings, because he had good arm speed on both of those curveballs. I'll tell you, he's 94 to 96, 96 on that last fastball. But he looks like he's throwing harder than that.
Oh,
so yeah, so I would tell you that for the hitters, we can talk to the Astro hitters tomorrow, but it looks like he has a lot of late life on his fastball. He's throwing it right through Mike Zunino.
First pitch strikes, 2 for 8. That's hit hard, hit deep. It will hit the front post. Dog home run. Marwin Gonzalez with the home run. His third. 3-2 Astros.
Well, we talked about the Astros again. This is a club. They will strike out a lot, lead the league in strikeouts, but if they get ahead in the count, both home runs now coming on 2-0 fastballs that have been up and in the middle of the plate. And he tomahawks this one at 94 miles an hour. When you're ahead, you're going to be more aggressive with your swing. Get it started a little bit early. As you see, ball hits right off the foul pole. For Gonzalez, his third home run of the year.
3-2 Houston. And Walker was behind in that count. And Gonzalez got what he was looking for. There's that arm speed you could see at that time. Slowed down. 2 out, nobody on, 0-1 in. LJ Hose. Seager's going to have to go. Walker. He made a play similar to that last year. Justin Smoke said it was the hardest ball he's ever caught at first base. Walker gives up a home run. It's 3-2 Astros. Ball game, 3-2 Astros. And Kuma, he stands 6'3" on the mound, and now he can stand 6 inches tall on your desk or shelf. The first time ever, Hisashi Iwakuma has his very own bobblehead, so join us Saturday, July 12th. Mariners take on the A's at 7:10. Thanks to Root Sports, the first 20,000 fans are going to take home this great collectible. For tickets to Hisashi Iwakuma bobblehead night, log on to Mariners.com.
Back to the top of the order for the Mariners, Indy Chavez. Step in. Indy walked his first at bat, was stranded out at second base.
Colin McHugh so far, 3 walks, a couple of strikeouts. Fifth start as the DH. Mr. Chavez. Indy walked on 4 pitches his first time leading off the ball game. Ball for strike. And he's hearing it from the dugout. Home plate umpire Clint Fagan. Three and one. .22 balls, 20 strikes thrown by McHugh. Altuve, he's strike. One out here in the third brings up James Jones, flied out the left. Sure, Jonesy had heard about the hill out in center field. And boy, seeing is believing and running up it. It's got to be a totally different experience.
We were here last year. Might have even been earlier this year. But Michael Saunders had to run up the hill. He didn't particularly like it, so I'm sure he's had a conversation with Jones about that hill out in center field. I wish they would just take it out, but you can see the flagpole
in play.
In play.
There's base hit for Jones. Bobbled, thought about it. Hose gets it back in. Give you some updated numbers on all-star balloting in the American League. Cespedes, 1.9 out in left field. Trout and Bautista. The infield of Donaldson, Jeter, Cano, and Cabrera. Matt Wieters done for the year. Work somebody else in there. And how about Nelson Cruz? Great year for him.
I think that's the first time we've seen Cespedes on there. It was Melky Cabrera.
Yeah, he just moved up into that spot today, Cespedes. His age, really something. Best record in baseball. Here's Cano. Robbie, first time up, went deep just in front of the hill in right center field. It was run down by Alex Preston.
It's deep in center field. Out there where Robinson hit it, he probably hit it about 390 feet for an out. Dead center field, 436.
Jones does not take off. He bluffed as Cano. There's a 1-1 count.
Andy Van Slyke, first base coach. I was standing behind the hitting cage today when they were hitting on the field. I'll have to talk to some of the guys tomorrow about it, but it seemed to me when the sun was out, just the glare through the glass when they had this roof closed, they had the glass out in left center field. And standing there, it seemed to me that it was a little bit distracting. I believe Trent Jewett was throwing batting practice at the time, and where the ball was coming out of his hand, it was up there in that light area.
Especially for left-handers, right?
For the left-handers. Yeah, definitely the lefties. They're looking into it.
Jones with a great break. Throw down to second. He's in there safely. Another stolen base for James Jones. He's 15 out of 16.
Really good jump. And that early slide again. He gets some distance on his slide, that's for sure. Good base stealer. Not just a fast runner, but he has a good idea of what he's doing out there. Another good jump for him.
Cano with a 2-1 count. Jones with plus speed at second base. Drops in a breaking ball for strike 2.
Mariners fourth in the American League runners in scoring position. Started the game today, 266 batting average.
Big part of the success. Mariners 6 games above 500. They win tonight, it'd be 7. First time they've reached that mark this season. 2-2. And he went fishing. It's a strikeout for McHugh, third of the night. 2 down here in the third inning.
Talked about McHugh and throwing the 12-6 curveball in the dirt, and that's what he does here to Robinson Cano. He'll throw one that's not quite as hard and get it over for a strike. Typically, he'll throw that one early in the count. Once he gets 2 strikes, he'll try to bury it, and he did a good job of it on that last pitch.
Brings up Seager. Struck out on 3 pitches. Put the shift on for him. Altuve and short right field. Ball 1. McHugh with 3 strikeouts. He's walked 3, giving up a 2-run homer to Mike Zunino. Taijuan Walker's given up 2 home runs. George Springer, a 2-run shot in the first. And then Gonzalez with 2 outs in the home second. Put Houston back in front. Barbecue wanted that one badly, didn't get it. Seager in good shape here with the 2-0 count, 2 out. Runner at second.
Not the splits he was looking for. 53 pitches, 26 strikes, 27 balls for McHugh.
2-1.
Last pitch, the curveball again, just 72 miles an hour, and that was the one he throws for a strike. If he throws his curveball again, he'll probably try to bounce it right off the top of home plate.
I think you're trying to get going on the road here. Started tonight a 2-1 hitter on the road with 1 homer. Got a 2-2 count. Runner goes. And Castro cannot make the transfer. Another stolen base for Jones. And a full count for Seager.
And a great jump from Jones. Runs on the right pitch. It was a curveball. He probably knew that. Was able to pick up the signs and run on the curveball.
15th and 16th stolen bases for Jones here in the third. Seager trying to get him home. Three-two pitch to Kyle. And he struck him out. Second time Seager has gone down swinging. Mariners lead a man at third. It's the Astros 3, the Mariners 2. Being brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new jalapeno ranch or barbecue ultimate cheeseburgers at participating restaurants. By Seattle City Light. Visit seattle.gov/WePower for more information. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Coming up on Wednesday, we have a discussion about Craig Biggio, the great Astro, and his credentials for the Hall of Fame. Jose Altuve leading it off here in the home third, top of the order, followed by Alex Presley and George Springer. Jose, the leading hitter in the American League, bounced out to second. That one up the middle. Cano makes the play and throws him out.
Altuve also leading the league in stolen bases with 36. Good backhanded play by Cano. Crossed his body with the flip right on the money to Morrison to retire Altuve, but he hit the ball hard back up the middle. Good play for Cano.
I don't know. I can't remember anybody in a long time who can throw the ball like that across his body with such pace and accuracy.
Wow. Maybe Manny Trio. Remember Manny Trio?
Absolutely. Love Manny Trio. But he jumps out at me more when he's defending himself, making a turn in second base.
Yeah.
But making that play that Cano just made. And so fluid with it. That's remarkable. I can't
think of anybody right now. Maybe, a little bit of Tony Fernandez used to do that.
All right, I'll give you that.
He could do it from short, and then at second, he played some second for the Yankees later in his career.
Out of almost 18,000 guys who've ever played Major League Baseball, that's a pretty select company.
That's a small list, isn't it?
That is some play. Makes it look easy.
He's fun to watch.
That one hit up the middle for a base hit. Off the bat of Alex Presley. He's 2 for 2. Now let's see how he pitches to Mr. Springer.
Get ahead of him. Springer hit a 2-0 fastball out of the ballpark, a 2-run homer for him. We'll take a look at it. This is the 16th home run of the year for Springer. Did not start the season with the club, but he has had an impact. Powering home run out to left.
The other home run Taiwan gave up was to Marwin Gonzalez, 2 outs in the second. He was behind in that count, 2-0 as well. That's foul. Springer and Brad Miller, select teammates down in the state of Florida. Chatting before the game. There's 0-2 count now.
Like a similar pitch to the one that he hit out, and you can see the difference. 2-0, very aggressive, hits the home run, and right now 0-2 on a similar pitch at 94 miles an hour. He's really late on it, just trying to protect the plate. So hopefully Taiwan can consistently stay ahead of the Houston Astros hitters.
Strike 3 call. Paint job. Got him. 2 away.
It's a good fastball, and it is a strike. It's right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Frozen. What was that?
I think he thought the pitch was down, but it wasn't. It was a good pitch.
There's John Singleton. 22 years old. Earlier this month, signed a 5-year contract with 3 club options. It looks at strike 1. MLB.com and Baseball Prospectus. Top first base prospect in baseball.
He struggled a little bit with the average, has some strikeouts. But you can see the 4 home runs, showing some power.
Big hack. 11 strikes and 1 ball thrown by Taijuan Walker in this half inning. He's ahead 1-2.
50th pitch coming up for Taiwan.
Pitch out, nothing doing.
Probably see that quite a bit over the next few days. Astros first in the American League in stolen bases. Big reason why is Altuve. He leads the American League with 36 steals.
Percentage not bad either. 68 out of 87. Presley's 3 for 3. Got a 1-2 count here to Singleton. Cano's going to take care of it. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 complete here in Houston. Astros lead by 1. A game that has already seen 3 home runs. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 2 more games here in Houston. Day off Thursday in Chicago. Second City will be there for 3 days and then come home. And that'll take us up to the All-Star break. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew here in Houston. Taijuan Walker making his 2014 Major League debut, battling against Colin McHugh. McHugh so far through 3. 4 strikeouts. He's walked 3, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits.
He hasn't been particularly sharp. You can see his splits. It's not what he's looking for. The Mariners so far just getting the 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Zunino. He walked Morrison, who will lead off right here, and then Zunino with his 12th home run of the year.
Almost swings through, strike 1.
Houston has the shift on with Morrison hitting.
Skips up there. 1-1. Morrison, Zunino, and Saunders 5, 6, and 7 for the Mariners. Almo coming off the DL back on the 10th of the month. That's a nice smother job by the shortstop. Did he get it? He did. It's Marwin Gonzalez.
That's
nice
just a great play by Gonzalez. They had the shift on, and it looked as if Morrison was going to get a base hit. It's a firm ground ball, but he's able to glove it. Then throws it from his knees to just get Morrison by about a half a step.
Nice play. Didn't quit on it. Was able good enough athlete to make a strong, accurate throw from that position.
Well, that was the key to it. He has a strong arm, but to make an accurate throw was the key to the play.
Put the shift on. Now for Zunino. Mike with a home run on a 1-2 pitch with a man aboard in the 2nd inning.
Been one of the few Mariner hitters so far to be able to get on the curveball. That was a curveball from McHugh. Towering home run out to left. Felix likes it.
Oh, 2 to Mike. breaking ball. Getty might be able to make it, and he will.
A strikeout wild pitch by McHugh. This is the hard curveball. We've seen a number of these. He will throw it in the dirt when he gets 2 strikes. And Castro, the catcher, not able to keep it in front of him.
Fifth strikeout. Wild pitch. Zunino aboard for Michael Saunders, who walked and was caught stealing it back in the 2nd inning. Ball 1 to Michael. Another American League West action. Angels White Sox in Chicago. They got rained out. Athletics 1-1. Bottom 6. That's in Detroit. Saunders gets into one. Deep to right. Goodbye. Upper tank. Home run for Michael Saunders. Mariners back in front. 4-3 for Sundo, his 5th home run. RBIs 24 and 25. Gave it a ride.
Been 4 home runs in this game so far. Gave it a ride is right. Well back up into the seats into the 2nd deck. Looked like McHugh tried to throw a cutter in on his hands. 91 miles an hour. Pitch is up in the zone. Knew it right away. Wow.
Two 2-run homers for the Mariners. Zunino and now Saunders.
A strikeout wild pitch. Big play for the Mariners. Zunino striking out and able to get to first.
Huge. Slicing drive left field. It is a fair ball. Ackley to second. And Hose digs it out. So Ackley breaks through. He breaks in 0 for 18.
Let's take a look at it down the left field line. Ooh. And I can see Bo Porter, the manager of the Astros. He's just waiting. I think they're going to challenge this.
Here he comes.
Hard to tell from that look. The first look, it looked like it might have been foul.
Going down to talk to Todd Titchener, third base umpire.
And this was a better look. See if you can see some chalk. I'm not sure there's enough there to overturn it.
For Dustin Ackley, you hope like heck this stands up. It breaks an 0 for 18.
I just showed it up on the big screen. The crowd reacted. They think it was a foul ball. Just needs to get just a little bit of that chalk, Dave, and he's okay.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants it more than he does right now. Tim Welke, the crew chief, and Todd Titchener. Consulting with New York. Meanwhile, McHugh will continue to throw to stay warm. Mariners back in front, 4-3, and a Michael Saunders 2-run homer.
Take another look at it. I haven't seen anything to overturn it.
It's hard rubber lining out there. It's not your chalk that you'd see from home plate area out through, well, out into just beyond the infield dirt. What's the word, boys?
Foul ball.
Foul ball. So actually have to get back. Houston's now been successful on 9 of 16 challenges this year. Rackley's got to go to work 0-2.
Looks like they have a little better crowd here than what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, not been good previous visits. Rackley 0-2, nobody on. 1 out. Breaking ball. Struck him out. Tag applied by Castro. 6 strikeout for McHugh. 2 away. Here in the 4th inning.
It never fails. You think you have a home run or you think you have a double and they call it foul, and here you go. Well, it seems like you always end up striking out. Another curveball in the dirt.
Brings up Brad Miller. Popped up to the second baseman, Altuve. Orioles at home in Baltimore leading the Rangers 7-1, top of the 7th inning. What do Brad?
Well, the good news for the Mariners is not only have they put 4 runs on the scoreboard, this next pitch will be 70 for McHugh. Oh,
Brad gets into one. Deep to right. Giddy up and gone. The teeing off on Colin McHugh. 3rd Mariner home run tonight. 5-3 Mariners. 8th home run for Brad. His 23rd run batted in.
This looked like a changeup, 86 miles an hour. A little cut fastball.
Brad had a 2 home run day here last year.
There hasn't been a cheap home run yet.
Not at all. You can hear John Buck leading them in. Can I get a woo woo?
They're playing good baseball. May as well have some fun. It's already a good month for Brad. That's his 5th home run of the month.
Roger that. 3rd home run he's hit here in this building. Indy Chavez, line drive, going back. Presley, he's there to make the catch. Couple of long balls here in the 4th inning. Good sign for the Mariners, who have a 5-3 lead. Boys have hit 3 home runs here tonight. First game of 3 against Houston. And hey, fellas, make sure Safeco Field is your man cave on Friday, July 11th for EQC Guys Night Out. When you purchase a specially priced ticket for $25, you're going to score a main level ticket, first drink, plus a Mariners Red Party Cup. Enjoy rock music throughout the Mariners A's game, courtesy of KISW. Tickets to Guys Night Out, they're available at mariners.com/guys.
Matt Dominguez will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dominguez hit into a double play his first time up, 5-4-3 double play.
Taijuan Walker in his 2014 debut has got the lead for the first time.
Well, if you like home runs, you'd like this game. 5 home runs, 3 of them by the Mariners in the game so far.
All 8 runs via home runs. Mike Zunino on the left, a 2-run shot. Second inning, Brad Miller in the 4th, a solo blast. And there's a strike called, 3-1. Michael Saunders. Saunders with his 5th home run, Miller with his 8th, and Zunino with his 12th.
Coming into the game, Houston 4th in the American League in home runs. Mariners trying to move their way up 9th. Mariners 9th in home runs, so they'll hopefully move up again.
Takes them from 68 to 71. 3 home runs tonight. Here's the angle from Comcast Houston. This is what they use to overturn the double, the space between the ball and the white line. There it is. Another strike to Dominguez. Full count. Taijuan tonight. 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. (5-3) Mariner lead as we play in the bottom of the 4th. A breaking ball. It's going to be a dump shot that's going to work. Base hit for Dominguez leading off the home 4th. Here's Brad Adam. All right, Brad, thank you. Not surprised to hear Miggy breaking out after he went 0 for 13 down here in Houston. Momo challenges, makes a good strong throw. Brad Miller back. Oh, Taijuan couldn't dig it. They almost had the 3-6-1 double play. Nice attack there by Logan Morrison.
Well, they have a chance because Logan is aggressive. He comes in and gets this right away. Also gives him a good angle to throw the ball down into second base. And Brad waits for Walker. Would have been a close play, but Taijuan not able to hold on to it.
1 out, 1 on.
He was stretching out there, too. He probably played some first base back in his day.
Well, I've seen the video of him dunking. He is an outstanding athlete. Seen him run. He's unusual. He is just outstanding. There's Jesus Guzman. Taijuan struck him out with a curveball back in the 2nd inning. Tudo. Been inconsistent with the arm speed, with the breaking ball. There's been some good ones, been some bad ones.
We have to remember he's not a finished product right now. He's here just because he's so talented, and those are things that Rick Waits will work with him on, and he'll get better.
Seager in a line drive, quick release. Back safely is Dominguez.
Well, they have to remember too that these guys really haven't, as a new coaching staff, they really haven't seen much of Walker. Kyle was able to get a double play on a similar play yesterday at home. Better base running by Castro, but this is really the first time they're going to get a chance to see Walker pitch.
Absolutely.
And they'll make their adjustments as he moves on.
The only, Lloyd said the only time he had seen him was pitching in the backfield against minor leaguers.
I think the guy that probably has any experience at all with him would be Jason Phillips, the bullpen catcher. Jason, catcher with a number of big league clubs here with the team and has been here for a while now.
Caught him last year.
Yeah. He is a talented young man, but he has some work to do. On a 2-0 pitch, Gonzalez hit a home run off the right field foul pole.
Two outs, man at first, and an 0-1 count. Left field, Ackley is at the spot, makes the catch that'll do it. No runs. A hit, no errors, and a man left. Taijuan Walker and the Mariners lead at 5-3. Game, Mariners lead at 5-3. You can have anything you want, big guy. Go for it.
Snow cone, good choice. Well, maybe some cotton candy.
CenturyLink link to what's next. The other two games in this series. St. Kuma tomorrow against Jared Cosart, then Chris Young against Brad Peacock. Mariners #2 in ERA behind the Oakland Athletics in the American League. That 1 point is all-encompassing, Dad, so dig deep. There's your pitcher comparison. Hewitt allowed 5 home runs and 72 in the third innings coming in tonight. 3 home runs in 4 innings.
Well, he's had to throw a lot of pitches to work through 4 innings so far. 72 pitches.
There's James Jones to lead it off, 1 for 2, and he stole second and third back in the third inning. Strike one.
And that will move him in the top 10 in steals in the American League.
And what did you say? He spotted him a month.
He spotted him a month.
Wow. That's impressive. 1. Breaking ball. In there for strike 2. Jones, Robinson, Cano, and Kyle Seager. Here in the 5th. He's done some work already. A couple of head-first slides, getting those two bags. That's a base hit to right. James Jones 2 for 3. That's a good 2-strike hitting.
Gets a curveball. It's been a problem for the Mariners, but he's able to find a hole through the right side.
There's Cano. Fly deep to center and struck out. Curveball got him in 3rd inning. Jones 2 for 2 tonight, base stealing. He's only been caught once since being called up. 16 out of 17. Mariners now have 16 homers in their last 10 games. On a 1 on the Cano. Home run for Brad Miller gives him 8. He's now tied atop the American League list of shortstops with Cabrera, Asdrubal Cabrera of Cleveland, and Alexi Ramirez of the White Sox. Coming in a left fielder Ho's long run, but he's having plenty of time. Cano's retired. 1 out. I'll bring up Kyle Seager. He struck out twice tonight. What's his approach coming into this one? He got him on an 0-2 and a 3-2.
Yeah, he's basically thrown him high fastballs right around the top of the strike zone and then buried the curveball on Kyle. And Kyle, I think it was in his last at bat, he was ahead in the count 2-0, I believe, and he had a fastball up out over the plate. Put a good swing on it, fouled it back. So I think his key is going to try to get on that fastball early if he can.
Home runs tonight for the Mariners. Mike Zunino a 2-run shot in the 2nd. Saunders a 2-run blast in the 4th. And an out later, Brad Miller went deep. 3 home runs, accounting for the 5 Mariner runs on the board. Home runs for Springer, 2-run shot for Houston in the 1st. And Gonzalez the solo homer in the 2nd.
Jones is starting to get a really big lead over at first, so he's feeling comfortable getting back in plenty of time. That's not it. He'll take some more. There you go. Pretty good lead.
Great jump. Anderson popped foul by Seager.
And that was the fastball that Kyle wanted. It was a fastball out over the plate, elevated again towards the top of the strike zone. And Castro would not have had any chance to throw Jones. That was a huge lead and a great jump by Jones.
Oh, he's in full gear quickly. 0-1. Close. Tim Timmons umpired first. Breaking ball. Strike 2 to Kyle.
As we travel around the American League, all the fields are different, and And so are the cutouts on the infield. And this cutout here, that's a pretty wide cutout. So if you're able to get your right foot out towards where the edge of that cut is, that's a big lead. And he's getting a little bit more even.
Getting into Ricky territory.
That's out there. It used to be fairly simple with all the AstroTurf fields. The guys would just want to get one foot on the carpet. I think if this was one of those turf fields, you'd have both feet out on the carpet right now.
0-2 to Seager. Fouls it off.
You can see a couple of elevated fastballs, and now he goes to the curveball. That one off the plate. I think he tried to bounce it up there and left it up a little bit so the Kyle could foul it off.
Jones has 16 stolen bases, second among rookies to the Reds. Billy Hamilton has got 34. There's an 0-2. There it goes. Pitch out off the glove. He can. Let's see if he'll get up. Nope. He'll hold right there. A little bit of a deke job there by the shortstop Gonzalez. Another stolen base for James Jones.
Well, even though it's a pitch out, the pitch is high. Castro knows that he has to get rid of it quickly. Goes right off the end of his glove, right off the webbing. Well, that's a poor pitch out right there. Not much he could do. And another stolen base for Jones. 17 out of 18 now.
I give him credit for getting his glove on that one too.
Yeah, that was poor.
Right. So Jones in scoring position. Seager battling here, 1-2. Seager trying to put another run on the board for the Mariners here. 1-2 count.
Saw the ball go to the backstop. Curtis was asking me if Donnelly, the third base coach, could yell at Jones to let him know not to slide. And yes, he can do that, but when you're stealing a base like that, I doubt that he would ever hear him. And you pretty much have made up your mind once you go what you're going to do, and that is slide foul, chase the pitch well out of strike zone. So even though I'm sure that Donnelly was trying to get his attention, everything happened so quickly, I doubt that Jones would have changed his mind. The one thing you don't want to do is start to slide, then not slide. The next thing you know, you have some sort of leg injury. Let's go ahead and dive in there and then get up as quickly as you can.
So Seager strikes out for the third time. 2 outs here in the fifth.
Mariners 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. The good news is they've hit 3 home runs tonight.
Here's Logan Morrison. Walk, run scored. And robbed of a base hit by the shortstop Gonzalez. Slow breaking ball past Andy Van Slyke. Andy's son Scott. He pulled the old hot foot on him last night in the Dodger game. I don't know if you saw that, but it was a beauty. Ken Griffey Jr. would have been proud. That's how good it was. Andy said he had not spoken to Scott yet, but they give him the needle.
Scott gave the hot foot.
No, he got it. He was a victim.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and they got him good. He had no idea. Dodgers surging in that National League West. On to Morrison. Dodgers made up a lot of ground. They were about 9-10 games out. They start today tied with the Giants.
I saw that Bruce Bochy pulled his closer. Going to go by committee. Yeah, Romo took him out of there.
One and one to Logan Morrison. Right off that breaking ball. He's a totally different hitter. That think you mentioned, a few other people mentioned it, that playing every day in the rehab down at Tacoma has meant so much to him.
I talked to him about it right before we were leaving the homestand. I was asking Logan about it, and he said that it made a difference for him, and basically just getting himself in a better position because he was playing every day when he was on his rehab. And since being called up, he went right into the lineup because Smoke went on the DL, and it's helped a bunch. You could tell just the way he strides and how relaxed he is up there. He's not chasing nearly as many pitches, and that was one of the things he was talking to me about, is just trying to get a pitch in the strike zone and hit it hard, and he's been doing that.
He's looked good doing it, too. 9 for 21 on the homestand.
And they're just going to put him on.
So intentional walk here. Runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Mike Zunino. Tune in tomorrow when the Mariners face the Astros for the second game of this 3-game series. Action begins with the pregame show starting at 4:30 p.m. followed by first pitch at 5:10. Then all Tuesday games, remember, this season they're presented by T-Mobile. Brings up Mike Zunino. 2-run homer on a 1-2 pitch in the second inning. That tied it up. And he was a strikeout victim, but a wild pitch got him to first instead of the second out. He was on board when Saunders hit a home run, a 2-run shot in that 4th inning. Castro's earning it here in this inning. To Mike Z. Miss.
Record for stolen bases in the game for the Mariners is 4. Been done 6 times. Right now Jones has 3. Most recently by Ichiro in 2010. Ichiro's done it twice. Some good names: Mark McLemore, Henry Cotto, Harold Reynolds, and Julio Cruz.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another strike to Zunino. Got to get a work here, 1 and 2. Saunders on deck. 2-1 here for Zunino and 2 outs. Runner goes. Breaking ball swung on and missed.
He had it again, too.
He did. The Mariners lead 2 stranded in the top of the 5th and lead 5-3. Brad, thank you. Taijuan Walker, first pitch strike to LJ Hose, batting in a 9-hole. Their left fielder, followed by Jose Altuve and Alex Presley. 0-2 here. Hose first time. Taijuan made a nice play to throw him out on a little swinging bunt that went down the third base line. Reminiscent of the great play he made here last year in his debut.
Watching Walker tonight, he's had the good fastball. He's topped out at 96 miles an hour. You see 67 pitches for him so far. His curveball has been inconsistent. He's thrown some really good ones and some poor ones. I think his changeup has been pretty good today. He's thrown some good changeups to the left-handed hitters.
Talk about being late. A big full swing. You can see the potential in Walker. My goodness.
We were talking about his fastball, that last one at 95. You can tell that it's getting on these hitters in a hurry. The only time he's been in any trouble with it is when he's been behind in the count. They're going to be a little more aggressive. That was a changeup in the third.
Making his 2014 debut. Turns 22 in August. Thrilled to have him on the mound. Struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Taijuan Walker.
Well, he elevates a fastball again at 96 miles an hour, and not much of a chance for Hose to get anywhere near it. And you can take a look at this swing. He knows he's beat by the fastball. Tried to hold up, ends up going down to one knee. But there's a run on that too. Good running fastball.
1 out. Brings up the American League's leading hitter, Jose Altuve. So far, Walker's held him in check. A couple of bounce outs to Cano. Oh, that had to really hurt.
It sounded like it hit him right on the elbow.
Oh boy.
94-mile-an-hour fastball. Yeah. That one hurts.
Just could not get out of the way.
He certainly didn't do it on purpose. No. You don't want to put Altuve on. He leads the league in stolen bases.
23 consecutive stolen bases for Altuve. A reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Altuve trying to shake it off, going down to first base. Rick waits. Quick conference, he and Zunino and Taijuan.
I'll bring up Alex Presley. Presley having a good evening. 2 for 2.
Presley, the center fielder, batting in a 2-hole. Single twice to center. Mariners have turned 1 double play tonight. Went around the horn to end the first inning. Walker comes set. First pitch to Presley. In there for a strike. Altuve has the 1 steal in 6 consecutive games, a franchise record. Kobe Ellsbury's the last one to do that. Did that last year with the Red Sox. No play for Ackley.
One of the things we've seen with Altuve, you have to make him stop. He won't get out there and get a huge lead right away, but he'll just continue to walk off the base and try to time the pitcher and take off running. So I think for Walker, he'll probably have to hold the ball a little bit longer to make him stop.
It seems, I don't know what he does the rest of the season, but it seems at times when the Mariners see him, he's gone first, second pitch.
Well, I'm sure that he does that all the time. He's a good player.
Stopped by Mike. Dominic Leone warming up for the Mariners.
Walker at 75 pitches now, 47 strikes. There's Dominic.
Cubs' Jake Arrieta took a no-hitter into the 8th inning, striking out 9 through 7. Cubs lead at 2-0. Top of the 9th.
And as you see Dominic getting loose here in the 5th inning, the Mariners still with the extra arm in their pen. Mauer still here with the club. Romero ended up sent out when Walker was activated to get the start tonight.
Good pitch.
Another good changeup. The changeup has been really good to the left-handers.
Strikeout number 4 for Taiwan. So 2 down here in the 5th. That'll bring up George Springer, who had a monster home run on a 2-0 pitch in the 1st inning. They gave Houston an early lead. Mariners answered with the Zunino home run. Houston came right back, regained the lead on a home run by Gonzalez. Then in the 4th, the Mariners hit 2 home runs. Saunders a 2-run shot. Miller a solo homer for the 5-3 lead.
As you mentioned, Springer hitting the 2-0 pitch out of the ballpark. His next at bat, Taijuan Walker was able to strike him out looking. He was able to work ahead and made a good pitch with a fastball down at the bottom of the strike zone.
Breaking ball, ball 1. $16 home runs by Springer before the All-Star break, a rookie record. Lance Berkman at 12. That was a prior record for the All-Star break back in 2000. Looked inside. 2-0. Altuve runs. Throw by Zunino.
That was a great example of what I was talking about. He never stopped him, and he was able to time it perfectly. In fact, I think he took off running before Walker even started towards home to get himself into scoring position. Watch him take off early. Don't stop him, and off he goes.
24 consecutive steals.
I think you need to throw over there every now and then, but if you just hold the ball, I think you can keep him in place. And that time Walker concentrating on the hitter for a good reason. Springer already with a home run, but Altuve was able to steal that off of Walker.
First Houston runner in scoring position tonight. Well, Cano, he's going to be looks like he'll be starting the All-Star break, and Altuve is certainly going to make the ball club as the leading hitter in the American League. Meanwhile, a 2-1 count to George Springer.
Take a look at the slide by Altuve. A late slide goes in over the bag. It looks like he catches his toe on the front edge of the base. Twist an ankle doing that.
Groin, hip. Not a great athlete. Prime, that can be problematic. There's a breaking ball that upstairs 2-2. Two outs with Altuve at second. Springer representing the tying run. It's time. Stare down here. Long look by Walker. Springer backs out. It was 3-2. What do you think he comes back with here?
Well, I think that conversation came down to Zunino, and whatever it is that he's going to throw, I think Mike wanted to make sure that he throws it with conviction. If it's a breaking ball, he doesn't want him to just roll it up there. I'm sure they want to throw a fastball away, but you want your pitcher to be comfortable with whatever it's going to be.
Breaking ball. And he did go. This is home plate umpire Clint Fagan. So Springer strikes out for the second time. Strands a runner at second. Here's another look. And he did get it out there. And Springer committed. That'll do it for the Astros in the fifth. Here in Houston. Make sure you join us tomorrow night during the Mariners Astros game for Twitter Tuesday for an extra chance at winning. Here's what you do. Sign up for the Root Sports eConnect by visiting rootsports.com, where we're going to post an exclusive Twitter Tuesday question. For giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Mariners with a 5-3 lead. Michael Saunders last time up 1-0. Count a long 2-run homer, upper deck right field. That put the Mariners in front 4-3. And Brad Miller made it 5-3. Two batters later. Up. 0-2 to Michael. Walked his first time up, was trying to steal and was thrown out by Jason Castro back in the second inning.
Yeah, again on that one, I think it was a hit and run. I wouldn't be surprised if Lloyd McClendon talks about it after the game and says it was a missed hit and run.
It was, yeah, Ackley was at the dish. 1-2. Stephen Drew broke up that Jake Arrieta no bid in the 8th inning. Cubs leading the Red Sox.
It's funny how this game works sometimes. We saw the Red Sox at home and Stephen Drew, he was really struggling. His batting average was in the 140s. He's the one that breaks up the no-hitter. 100th pitch coming up for McHugh.
Cubs leading that game 2-0, bottom 9 at Fenway. Going 2 to Saunders. Breaking ball. Hit the Singleton, will take it himself. One out here in the 6th inning. Ride with all your fans on Sound Transit and enjoy freedom from traffic and parking. To plan your next trip, visit soundtransit.org. Dustin Ackley 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out twice. Ball 1.
Dustin thought he had a double his last time up. Hit it down the left field line. It was originally called fair. Overturned.
One. AT HOU tonight with 4 strikeouts. And he's walked 3, 1 intentional. On a 2 to Ackley. Up high for ball 2, 2 and 2. Ackley to be followed by Brad Miller, who's 1 for 2 with a home run.
He wasted that fastball up out of the strike zone on purpose, changing the eye level of Ackley. Probably comes back with a curveball in the dirt.
Tuve throws him out. 0 for 3 match for Ackley. 2 away here in the 6th.
HOU has had a good curveball tonight. That was another one. I think again he wanted to bounce. He left it up enough to where Ackley could put it in play.
Two outs, and that'll bring up Brad Miller. On 1 to Brad. On 1 to Brad. Take a look at the home run that he hit on a 1-1 pitch.
His 8th home run of the year. Now tied for the lead in the American League with American League shortstops in home runs with 8.
2 balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball popped up.
This next pitch will be 110 for McHugh.
Season most is 114 as we play here in the 6th. Giving up 3 home runs. Same guy that struck out 12 at Safeco Field back in April 22nd. Line drive, left field, hose going back. And he's got it. 1-2-3 to the Mariners in the 6th. Taijuan Walker's coming back out. Looks like he's going to. He's got a 5-3 lead. You know it. All right, guys, thank you so much. John Singleton leads off their cleanup man, followed by Matt Dominguez and Jason Castro, 4, 5, and 6. Taijuan tonight has struck out 5, walked 1, giving up the 2 home runs.
Not surprised to see him back out there. Just 84 pitches now for Walker. We saw Dominic Leone up last inning. And I think Lloyd McClendon was just going to make sure that he didn't get in any trouble. If he did, I think he would have pulled him. He was able to get himself out of it. You see Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose now here at the start of this inning.
Boy, power on power. 2-1.
Mariners trying to hang on to a 2-run lead.
Three balls, 1 strike. And he loses Singleton. Second time he's walked John. Counting for both walks he's issued tonight. Brings up Matt Dominguez, who bounced into an around the horn double play and single to left.
I think if another hitter reaches, they'll probably go get him. As you can see, Rick Waits watching closely. Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose.
Tom's been really good his last couple of outings. Scoreless inning on Saturday. And prior to that, he went 3 really good innings against Boston on Wednesday. Gave up 2 hits and struck out 3. Strike 1 on the mat. Comebacker. Cano's there for 1, and there's your double play. 1-4-3 DP.
He's been impressive when he comes off the mound. We're talking about him being a good athlete. He also makes an accurate throw. Again, sometimes young pitchers will get excited. He gets this ball right away and basically hits Cano right in the chest with it. Easy turn for Cano.
It's 2 double plays tonight, and they just missed a 1. Was it a 1-3-6? A 3-6-1 double play, beg your pardon. Taijuan couldn't hold on to a throw. It was a little bit low.
And he is now at 90 pitches, so this will probably be his last inning.
And Dominguez is grounded into 2 double plays here tonight. Pitch outside. 1-1 to Jason Castro, who's 0 for 2. Rounded out the first, reached on the fielder's choice.
And another changeup. Done a good job of keeping that changeup down, so he hasn't had too many up in the zone.
He's given up the home run to Gonzalez in the second. He's given up no runs, 2 hits over the last 4 innings. Nice work. Breaking ball gets fouled off.
Better curveball again.
All 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Got him. Taijuan Walker finishes the 6th with a flourish with his 6th strikeout 6 in the books for Taiwan in his 2014 debut in a 5-3 lead. Seattle Mariners. Three. Mariners on top. They've hit 3 home runs tonight. Houston's hit 2. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew, and we're glad that you're with us here tonight as Josh Zeid takes over the mound for the Astros.
Mariners able to run Colin McHugh, so Zeid will take over. And for Zeid, 16th appearance on the year. No record for him, a 3.86 ERA. 12 strikeouts in 14 innings. Opponents hitting .302. He's given up 3 home runs this year.
2/3 of scoreless inning Saturday against Detroit. Worked out of a bases loaded jam.
Well, this is where you'd like to see the Mariners score a few more runs. The bullpen for the Astros has been a struggle. A 4.70 ERA for their pen. Mariners top of the order with Chavez, Jones, and Cano do up.
Fouled back by Indy.
And for Colin McHugh, 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He had 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, 110 pitches, 64 for strikes. He gave up 3 home runs.
Indy lays down a bunt. It's going to stay fair. Indy's got a base hit. Beauty.
Good start to the top of the 7th. With that bunt base hit, Indy now 1 for 3 in the game. Perfect bunt right down the line. Is able to keep it on the grass so it doesn't roll foul.
Martin brings up James Jones. 2 hits in his last 2 at bats, and in result has stolen 3 bases. Last 2 times he's been on base. Three stolen bases tonight for James. 17 out of 18 on the season. One to count. good run on that one. 95 miles an hour, 1-2. One-two. And he gets it past Singleton. Indy was able to get over it. Indy will get to third. Jones with a big turn. The Mariners in business here starting the 7th inning. Runners at the corners. James Jones, 3 hits in his last 3 at-bats. 3 for 4 night.
And he hits it hard. It looks like a breaking ball down and in, and he hits it hard past Singleton, the first baseman. Fortunately, it misses Indy. And he able to get that foot off the ground just in time. Still able to get around the third, so a great situation for the Mariners. First and third with nobody out, and their best hitter due up.
That brings up Cano. Robbie tonight fly deep to center, struck out, flied out to left field. Cano starting the night 4th in batting average, tied for 6th in hits, 3rd in road batting average, and 2nd to Miguel Cabrera. Runners in scoring position, batting average 367.
Well, the Mariners came into the game 4th in the American League with a team 266 average. Tonight 0 for 5. All their scoring coming on home runs. They've hit 3 home runs tonight. 2-run homer by Zunino, a 2-run homer by Saunders, and a solo shot by Miller.
So 2-0. Not surprised to see Castro go out to speak to Josh Zeid. Josh out of New Haven, Connecticut, lives here in Houston. Came over from the Phillies with Jared Cosart, Jonathan Singleton, and the Hunter Pence trade back in July of 2011. Cano 2-0. Hits it deep to left. Got some carry. Gone. 3-run homer. Just served that baby up there. 3-run jack for Cano. 8-3 Mariners. 4th home run tonight. And for Robbie, his 6th home run takes his RBI count to 48.
Well, he's homered in back-to-back games. He had a 2-run homer last night. Now a 3-run home run. As we're rolling into July, you hope that he's heating up and starting to hit the long ball. He's been a great hitter for the Mariners all year, but now starting to show some power. He knew it when he hit it.
Two-0 count. Made Zeid pay for it. All runs scored tonight in this ball game via the home run. Seager trying to join the parade. He struck out 3 times. Cano with a home run yesterday on a 2-0 count. Tied the game. Actually put the Mariners ahead 2-0. Breaking a scoreless tie. And here he extends the lead to 8-3.
Mariners have now hit 72 home runs on the year. They were 9th in the American League at the start of today.
.315. That scoreboard in left field. Just a matter of getting it high enough, and Cano did that at plenty to spare.
Three quick runs for the Mariners, starting with a bunt base hit from Chavez. Jones, his 3rd base hit of the game. And of course the home run by Cano. 2-2. And I'm ducking.
and Astro dugout. Chopper. Drive, throw out Seager for out number 1. 3 runs in here in the 7th inning. Mariners big lead, 8-3. Vote for Cano. You just got another example why you should cast your ballot. Send the Mariners second baseman to the All-Star game in Minnesota. When you vote Cano at Mariners.com/vote, you're going to automatically be entered to win a Yes We Cano signed T-shirt by Robbie himself. Vote 30 or more times, and you're going to have a chance to meet the 5-time All-Star. For official rules and to vote Cano, log on to Mariners.com/vote. Logan Morrison hits it hard, center field, and making the catch. The ball started to knuckle. Presley's there, 2 away. Productive at bat in that he hit it hard to keep him on that ball. CenturyLink link to what's next. He will Kuma and Kosar tomorrow, and Young and Peacock coming up on Wednesday. Another night game and then a day game. Our coverage begins Wednesday. See at 10:30. Mike Zunino. 2-run homer in the 2nd. Struck out but reached first on a wild pitch in the 4th. Scored on a Saunders home run and then struck out in the 5th. Season best 4 home runs in 1 game by the Mariners. 1-2.
It looks like it will be Tom to pitch the bottom of the 7th inning.
One and two. Towering pop. Coming in, Presley's there to make the catch. Big excitement in the 7th. A 3-run homer by Cano. His 2nd home run in as many days, and the Mariners have an 8-3 lead. Brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? 7th inning stretch. We're in Houston. They're playing deep in the heart of Texas. What else would you expect? Mariner baseball, 8-3 lead, and Taijuan Walker. Mariners have staked him to a big lead, and he turned in some good work.
He did. He gives up a 2-run home run in the first inning on a 2-0 pitch. Falls behind Springer. And you start to see him go to work. Here's another 2-0 pitch hit out for a home run. This one a solo shot. And after that, Walker settled down. Good fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. There's another elevated fastball. How about a changeup from Walker? And then the curveball. So overall, I think it was a good night for him. Made a couple of mistakes when he fell behind, but other than that, really good. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. He did give up the 2 homers. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 94 pitches, 56 of those for strikes. I think it's a good first outing for the young man going 6 innings.
And he's got to love the fact that he gets a big boy run support. A 4-home-run night, best home run night of the season for the Mariners.
And that always helps. Tom will take over now. No record for Tom, 0-1 record for Tom. 2.57 ERA. 38 strikeouts in 42 innings. Opponents hitting just 195 off of Tom. Good fastball, 95 to 97 miles an hour. Also mixing in a cutter from time to time. Curveball, 12-6 curveball, and a changeup. And he has pitched well here. 6 games, just a 1.35 ERA at Minute Maid Park.
Strike one to Jesus Guzman. A minute ago, Rajay Davis just hit a game-winning grand slam for Detroit to beat the Athletics 5-4. Strike 2 here to Guzman, who struck out and lined out the third.
Pretty good curveball. A little bit of an emergency hack from Guzman.
Oh, 2. Wilhelmsen. Ground ball hit to Cano. Easy play there to throw out Guzman. 1 down. Mariner coaching staff, they just got to be thrilled to get this performance out of Taijuan Walker in his first game here in 2014.
Well, I think the other part of it too, Lloyd McClendon getting to see him pitch for the first time and making some adjustments with the young man. Be interested to see what his thoughts are after the game.
There's Marwin Gonzalez. Cano getting some action tonight. It reminded me, like made him run there. He could have thrown it a lot quicker, but it just reminded me of some old bits. Yeah, go ahead, run. Then they finally throw the guy out.
He's on his own clock right now.
As well, hey, you know what? No objection. But I just get a tickle out of it. I mean, it took his time and he made him just busted down the line. 2 outs. 7 assists this evening for Mr. Cano. A 3-run homer for Robbie in the top of the 7th. Break it open. The hitter's AT HOU is tapped back to Taijuan Walker and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Boy, Tom bringing it tonight.
Good fastball at 96 right on the outside corner.
Two and 1. One to hose. 2-2. Easy play for Saunders. How about this Mariner pitching? Tom just continues it here in the 7th. Nice job going 1-2-3. Held the Astros hitless over the last 3 innings. Mariners lead it 8-3. The Mariners have an 8-3 lead. They've hit 4 home runs tonight. Zunino, Saunders, Miller, and Cano. First game of 3. As the Mariners continue to improve as we go along here in the season. New pitcher Jerome Williams.
It's been a struggle for him. 1-4 record, 5.91 ERA, 36 strikeouts, 15 walks. Opponent sitting 299. He's given up 7 home runs this year. And he will get Saunders, Ackley, and Miller all due up.
James gave up a big home run to Kinsler on Saturday when Detroit was in here, when Detroit won its only game in a 3-game series.
Saunders having a good night. 1 for 2, but that one hit, a 2-run home run. He's also walked.
Saunders' 5th home run, and it might be the best ball he's hit in terms of the home runs, in terms of distance and how hard he hit it.
It was well back up into the seats in the second deck here.
Very impressive. Williams, a former starter. Saunders has seen plenty of Jerome over the last few years. Michael 7 for 20 against him. One and 2 here to Saunders. Anyway, chase away. Brings up Dustin Ackley 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of strikeouts and a ground out to second. Ball 1 to Dustin. Williams way outside again, 2-0.
That's a good count. See if he can get a fastball in the middle of the plate and hit it hard.
Doing one.
He did. 90 miles an hour right down the middle.
One. Count evens at 2-2. Ackley's got a full count here. 1 out, nobody on. Deepest count he's run here tonight. Strike 3 call. 2 down. Jerome Williams strikes out the first 2 men that he faces. Can you beat the best? Join millions of players right now for the only official Home Run Derby mobile game from MLB.com. Square off against your friend from around the world live in multiplayer derby mode and climb to the top of the leaderboards. Download today for free on the Apple App Store and Google Play. This one fouled off by Brad Miller. 2 outs here in the 8th. Brad 1 for 3. Hit his 8th home run back in the 4th inning.
It looks like Tom's going to come out and pitch in the 8th inning. Really good in the bottom of the 7th, the 1-2-3-7 for Tom. Nobody getting loose in the pen.
Oh, 2 pitch. No play for third baseman Matt Dominguez. Inside, Brad.
It looked like Castro wanted that pitch. It was close. Good two-seam fastball from Williams, starting it in off the plate, trying to run it back on the corner.
Eight-3 Mariner lead. 1-2, 2 out, nobody on. Brad hits a 2-out Tuve. There's a Singleton. That'll do it for the Mariners. A quiet 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Wilhelmsen will have Altuve, Presley, and Springer 1, 2, 3 in the Houston batting order. 8-3 Mariner lead. All right, Brad, thank you. Here's Jose Altuve to lead off against Tom Wilhelmsen. Chops one off the plate. Tom throws him out. Boy, they held him in check tonight. Altuve, leading hitter in the American League, 0 for 3, and was hit by a pitch. He did steal a bag. His 24th consecutive and his 37th on the season.
Has that ever happened? The Mariners holding him in check. It seems like he's always on base.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, he's a good player. Good job by the pitching staff tonight.
Brings up Alex Presley. 2 for 3, runs scored. If by chance you're just joining us, Taijuan Walker looked good in his 6 innings of 5 hit 3-run work, 2 walks, 6 Ks in his 2014 debut. Another ground ball. Cano will get his 8th assist tonight, 2 away. And then I'll bring up George Springer. Springer, a monster 2-run homer in the first inning. Since then, he struck out looking and swinging. Ball 1.
It looked like Tom doesn't throw a lot of cutters, but that was a cut fastball at 91. Tried to throw it off the outside corner and spiked it.
To an 0. Thompson at a 3-inning stint against Boston looked really good. Pitched Saturday. Cleveland won the game 5-0, but Tom had a strong 1 inning of work.
A couple of close pitches, and he can't get the call.
Strike 3-1. Springer did not like that one. No problem with the call. Punch out back in the 3rd. Three and 1. Tommy has battled back to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three Mariner lead. 3-2 here. Williamson to Springer. Breaking ball missed. And Tom retired the first 5 men that he faced. And now a walk to Springer with 2 outs in the 8th inning. For whatever the occasion, birthday, entertaining, clients, anniversary, or just catching up with friends, consider a Safeco Field Suite for your next event. Customize the space and the menu when you purchase your premium seating at the ballpark. For more info on booking a suite this season, including opening night, visit mariners.com/premium. John Singleton, the hitter. Springer takes off, gets second standing up. The stolen base for Springer. 3rd of the year. Singleton got a 1-0 count. Singleton's walked twice and grounded out to Cano. 2 guys don't cheat themselves, do they?
No, they don't. It's a good fastball from Tom. 96 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone. Able to throw it by Singleton.
On 1 count. Ball and 2 strikes. 4 home run night for the Mariners. Zunino, Saunders, Miller, and Cano. Cano, big 3-run blast that stretched this lead out to 8-3. Tashi Iwakuma hopes they get that kind of support tomorrow. Morrison will take it. Tom Wilhelmsen, 2 really good innings. Nice work. Well, just one base runner via the walk. 8-3 Mariners. Ball game. How about the 4 home runs, Mike?
You have to like the power from the Mariners, from a lot of the young hitters, too. Zunino, his 12th home run of the year, now tied for the team lead. How about Michael Saunders? Welcome back. A 2-run homer for Michael up into the second deck. His 5th home run of the year. Brad Miller, solo home run, his 8th. And then Robinson Cano, this is the big one. 3-run homer to left field. He's homered in back-to-back games now and put this one just about out of reach.
Top of the 9th, Indy Chavez to lead off. Got that 7th inning started, dropped the bunt down the third baseline. Jones followed with a base hit to right, and then Cano hit the 3-run blast. 1 for 3 night for Indy with a walk. Two balls, 1 strike to Indy Chavez.
Still nobody throwing in the Mariner pen. I wonder if Tom's going to come out and pitch a 3rd inning.
Why not? That'd be good. Look good against Boston.
He hasn't thrown many pitches. I think just 23 pitches for him so far.
2-1. Pounds it down to Altuve. One away here in the Mariners' 9th. Now, if you think you're an Ultimate fan from the state of Montana, then you only have until midnight tonight to enter, because we're moving on to Alaska tomorrow. Send us your photo using and the story using hashtag UltimateNWFanMT on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com. You can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. So the official rules, they tell you, go to rootsports.com. Jones with hits in his last 3 at bats, a 3 for 4 night. He's stolen 3 bases, scored a run. Jonesy, what a night. 4 consecutive hits. And that coming on an 0-2 pitch. The last time on a 1-2 pitch.
We talked about it with James. He doesn't try to do too much. This pitch is down in the zone, probably down out of the strike zone. But he's able to stay with this breaking ball. Slaps it right back up the middle.
Career best 4-hit night.
Want to bring up Robinson Cano. Cano 1 for 4 tonight. But that one hit, a 3-run homer. And he's homered in back-to-back games now. It's good to see.
Oh. A bullet center field. Oh, man. Impressive.
And the Mariners now with 10 hits in the game. Good fastball in the outside corner at the knees, right where Williams wanted to throw it, and Cano lines it right past his hat. Guys are hitting the ball hard tonight.
Man, oh man, Cano finished with 2 hits yesterday, and he's got 2 more here tonight. 2 for 5, so he's heating up after that 0 for 14.
That's his average, back to 320 now with the 2 hits tonight.
Seager wants some of that action. 1 out, 2 on. Kyle 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Kyle looks at ball 2. That Rajai Davis walk-off grand slam, a super slam. 5-4 win for Detroit. Walk-off grand slam and win by 1. Babe Ruth the first to do it in 1925. 2-0 to Seager. Ground runs a 3-0. Bill Bradley did it for the Mariners in 1985, a super slam. And then Chris Hoyles got Norm Charlton in 1996. Hoyles with the Orioles did it to the Mariners. 3-0 here to Kyle. And he's aboard. Bases are loaded here for Logan Morrison.
Well, there's nobody throwing in the Astros pen. Logan Morrison due up. Logan 0 for 2. Has a couple of walks his last time up. He hit it right on the button, but it was at the center fielder for an out. So he'll get a chance to drive in a run with just 1 out here in the 9th inning. Speaking of slams, why not? Mariners with 4 home runs in the game.
I'm in.
A solo shot, a couple of 2-run homers, and a 3-run homer.
Mariners looking for their first salami of the season. That's a strike. Eight runs on 10 hits for the Mariners. 3 runs, 5 hits for Houston. Mariners have left 4 men on base. Same number as Houston. 0-1. Line drive center field. That'll score Jones. Stop sign for Cano. 9-3 Mariners. Logan Morrison. Lomo picking up an RBI. His 11th in his limited action. First hit tonight after walking twice. Rounding out and flying out to center.
Well, with this base hit, another line drive back up the middle. Pitches down and away. Good hitting from Morrison. Jones will score his 2nd run of the game.
First run tonight that did not come via the home run.
Bring up Mike Zunino. Zunino tonight 1 for 4. Has scored a couple of runs and also hit a home run. Now tied with Kyle Seager for the team lead with 12. Mariners with 72 home runs as a team. Coming into the game, they were 9th in the American League in home runs.
Strike one to Mike Zunino. James Jones with his 4 hits has jumped from 275 to 290 batting average. Strike two to Zunino. Hold. He did. Tim Timmons. 1-2.
For a couple of quick strikes, elevates a fastball, tries to get him to chase it, and he's able to just hold up.
One and two with the bases loaded, 1 out. Run in. Bouncing ball, that is fair. Throw by Dominguez. Just gets Zunino. Cano scores on the play. A 10-3 Mariner lead.
Mike picks up his 3rd RBI of the game. And a good play by Dominguez right over the bag, down the line, gets rid of it quickly with something on it. Mariners now with their 10th run. 11 hits, 10 runs for the Mariners.
Saunders trying to add to the total here. 10-3 lead. Strike one to Michael. He was Jerome Williams' first batter in the 8th inning and struck out on a 1-2 pitch. 5th time the Mariners have scored 10 or more runs this season. Scored 12 against Boston last week. Prior to that, they beat the Yankees 10-2 at Yankee Stadium. That was the makeup game, the beginning of the month on June 2nd.
35 pitches now for Williams.
Saunders hits it hard left field, but Hose is there. Mariners get 2 more runs on 3 hits and leave a couple. 10-3 lead. 10 runs on 11 hits. Big lead here as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning in Houston. CenturyLink link to what's next coming up tomorrow. Sashi Iwakumi looking to get back on track against Jared Cosart. Chris Young, Brad Peacock will wrap up this series. Afternoon tilt here on Wednesday. Tom Wilhelmsen. 3rd inning of work for Big Time. Got Matt Dominguez, Jason Castro, and Jesus Guzman. 5, 6, and 7 here in the bottom of the 9th. Dominguez got caught midway there. Strike 2.
Well, the Astros just 5 hits in this game tonight.
And none over the last 4 innings. Good stuff from Taijuan Walker. Tom Wilhelmsen up the middle. Cano, 4 out, number 1. It's his 9th assist tonight.
I'll see if Tom can help him out. Go to double digits. Good ground ball right here. Castro, the left-handed hitter, due up.
The initials TW certainly loomed large for the Mariners tonight. With Taijuan Walker, now Wilhelmsen. Tommy coming on in the 7th inning.
That was Tom's best fastball at 97 miles an hour. Another good one.
Home runs tonight for the Mariners. Mike Zunino tied it up in the 2nd inning. Michael Saunders put him ahead for good. Brad Miller hit a home run, part of a 3-run 4th. And then Robinson Cano, a big 3-run blast in the 7th inning.
And with all the home runs, let's not forget about James Jones. 4 hits tonight for Jones and 3 stolen bases.
Last one, the last Mariner to do that was Ichiro back on July 20th of 2004. Going 4 for 5 with 4 bags. The only other Mariner player to record 4 hits and 3 stolen bases in a game. 3-1 count. Castro's aboard. James Jones, a fantastic night. It started out with a fly to left, and then since then, single to left, single to right, single to right, single to center. He scored 2 runs, stole 3 bases.
And he'll make a trip out to the mound, try to get Tom back in the strike zone. He's been cruising along, but having a tough time right now. Just 31 pitches, working his 3rd inning.
Hit hard, down the line, fair ball. Castro to 3rd, they'll hold him there. Guzman with a double, his 4th of the season.
Figuring that Tom would throw a fastball after missing with the first pitch. He jumps on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Rick Waite, the pitching coach, making a trip out to the mound. We're going to get some action out in the pen for the Mariners.
Tom went 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. Got the first 2 outs of the 8th. Walked Springer and then got Singleton to ground out the 1st. Here in the 9th, he got Dominguez on a ground out. Walk and now a double.
Danny Farquhar getting loose in the pen.
There's Marwin Gonzalez. Home run back in the 2nd inning against Taijuan Walker. Lined out to left. Rounded out to Cano. Runs going to score as Cano throws out Gonzalez. 10th assist for Cano. 2 down. Run scores. 10-4 ball game. RBI for Gonzalez. Will be his second tonight, 6 for the season. LJ Hoes. Strike one. And a 1. This will do it right here. Seager takes a nice hop, throws out Hose, and that'll do it. Mariners win 10-4, and for the first time this season, they are 7 games over 500. How about that, Mike?
Congratulations to Taijuan Walker getting his first win of the season. It was a good start for Taijuan. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. A couple home runs hurt him, but other than that, thought he pitched well. Had 6 strikeouts and a lot of offense and power from the Mariners, including Michael Saunders, recently back from the disabled list, a 2-run homer to give the Mariners the lead. Cano with a 3-run homer, and James Jones 4 hits tonight and 3 stolen bases. Good night all around for the Mariners.
Indeed. Last time the Mariners this far beyond 500 was the end of the 09 season when they finished 8 above. 3 hours and 7 minutes for this baby. 10-4 Mariners. Brad and Bill, it's all yours.